Oh, the wonders of spring, and we're full of fresh ideas today on The Express. On today's show. There we go. I love mini golf, but I will admit, surprised to find it here at a plant nursery. Mini golf gold at Surrey's Art Knapp. Richmond's handball team.
Basically water polo in a gym.
The Burnaby Miniature Railway.
It's similar to a camembert style. It's got a bit of an earthy flavor.
Carmela's goat cheese in the Okanagan.
Goat's milk gelato. Okay.
See that and more local expression. Welcome to The Express. I'm Johanna Ward at Art Knapp Plantland in Surrey. Family fun, spring planting advice, creative stay-get ideas, and even where to find delicious goat milk gelato. We have all of that on today's show. And up first, Good Karma takes us on a hand cycle tour of India, raising money for a very important cause.
Riding around Steveston on your hand cycle is one thing, but how about riding around India? Well, that's just what Morgan Van Breda did, over dusty roads and in some cases, barely any road at all.
For 2 months, we cycled across India, 3,900 kilometers. I did 1,000 kilometers on my hand cycle. From here. And we went from the Taj Mahal all the way down to Kanyakumari, going through big cities, villages, little towns, deserts. Yeah, it was pretty intense.
Morgan uses a hand cycle because the lower part of her body is paralyzed from an accident in Cuba that crushed her T12 vertebrae. She and her partner Victor started the journey to raise money for stem cell research and awareness for spinal cord injury recovery.
People are recovering from spinal cord injuries with specialized therapy, and also just to raise awareness for people with disabilities to set goals and reach them. I put some in here.
Cycling around India wasn't easy. Many roads are unpaved, there are very few elevators, and opportunities for people with disabilities are limited.
It was not accessible, India, so there was a lot more effort and time that we needed to talk and communicate.
There were times when I was in the middle of India by myself with no one else around for miles, like in the middle of the desert. So if I could really do that, I feel like I could, you know, do a lot more and travel a lot more and maybe go places by myself.
Definitely proud of her. She sees that there's a gap or there's a void and she wants to fill it. That's inspiring to see that she sees that she wants to do more for the world.
I'm Erin Shaw in Richmond for The Express.
To learn more, the website is morgansride.com. They ended up raising $6,700 for Morgan's stem cell therapy. Also, Morgan hopes to open a gym in the Vancouver area where people with spinal cord injuries can work out and gain more mobility. I love those ideas that are outside the box. And that's kind of the theme here at Art Knapp in Surrey, where yes, you can get great gardening advice, but you can also practice your golf swing.
It is a fun place to come and shop.
It's great for everyone, young and old. There's something for everyone.
Yeah, there we go. I love mini golf, but I will admit, surprised to find it here at a plant nursery.
Well, we kind of, through the past few years, decided to go family-oriented.
18 holes, and it's all like sculptured and landscaped and everything as it should be.
We put the holes scattered throughout the acreage.
I mean, if you've got kids around, you got to have them doing something. So they're either getting into mischief or they're watching the ducks while you do your shopping.
You know, I just grabbed a couple things that I thought were kind of interesting and new in the nursery. This is kind of exciting. Everybody loves blueberries right now. And this is a new pink blueberry. Yeah.
So it's going to grow pink?
It is going to grow a pink berry. Well, this is a variety called bloomerang. What's nice about bloomerang is you get the same fragrant blooms that everybody wants with a lilac, but it does it twice.
Nice.
It'll do it in the spring, and then it'll do it again.
And this one likes sunshine, right? And I can tell from this isn't my key.
That's right.
It's research.
Good one.
Oh. This place is massive. I can't get over it. What is it, like 5 acres?
Yeah, we've got about 5 acres here, and we've owned it for a while, and it keeps us busy trying to keep it neat and clean and tidy.
I bet. So even though they're plants that you're selling, you still have to do a lot of pruning?
Yeah, they take a huge amount of maintenance to keep everything presentable and sellable.
I love this place. And another really popular feature here at Art Knapp's in Surrey, an outdoor mini train course. Just one of the reasons this place is so popular with families, and we're going to check that out a little bit later. Right now on the Express, it's one of Europe's most popular indoor sports that you've likely never watched until now.
It's not basketball and it's not soccer. This is handball, and it's one of the biggest growing sports in BC.
It's basically water polo in a gym where you dribble and it's full contact.
Players throw and catch the ball while running, and there's a lot of contact, especially when the opposing team is gathered behind the yellow line trying to score.
You get to feel the opponent.
It's a very physical game.
You're allowed to touch your opponent. You're allowed to block his shot by holding onto his arm.
Despite the fact that handball is a very physical sport, none of the players wear padding, including the goalie.
I came to practice one Saturday and I was hooked.
A lot of former basketball players like Krista Hilga now play handball.
Initially, having been a basketball player, you want to stand off, but in this sport, there's a bit more contact.
Hilga is one of the few Canadians on this team. Handball is huge in Europe and Asia, and that's definitely reflected in the Vancouver squad.
8, 9 players from Germany alone, and then probably another 6, 7 from Romania, and then France, Iceland.
English is pretty standard, I find, in practices and during games, but I wouldn't be surprised if a few words came out of their native tongue.
Scheiße! Ah!
Jens is from Germany. He's been playing handball since he was 3 years old, so when he moved to Canada, he wanted to keep up with the sport.
It took me a year to find this handball group. Very happy that I found them.
If you want to see handball at a competitive level, the Richmond Oval is hosting this year's Nationals in May.
We're a small handball group, and for us to have it here in our, home court, it's fantastic.
So if you want speed and contact, try handball. But if you also want a little taste of Europe, then join the Vancouver handball team. I'm Bianca Solterbeck in Vancouver for The Express.
The reason there's so many German Canadians on the team? Well, handball is Germany's #2 sport after soccer. The Canadian National Handball Championships run May 20th to the 22nd at the Richmond Oval. You can find out more information at the website. You're watching The Express, and we have more of BC's best coming up.
After the break, Carmela's Boutique Dairy Farm.
It's similar to a camembert style. It's got a bit of an earthy flavor.
Dirty Apron Cooking School.
Oh, it hits your eye like a big pizza pie.
And all kinds of miniature trains. You're watching local TV on The Express.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by...
The Express is brought to you in part by Plum, fashion supplier to host Johanna Ward.